Emergency. Queen's Quest arrived. Emergency. Queen's Quest arrived. Emergency. Queen's Quest
Down to the queens.
Hello, ladies, gentlemen, everybody inside and outside of the gender spectrum, and welcome back to Stardom Quest Gold, the best weekly Stardom and Marigold podcast anywhere in the world. I am, as always, Alex, and I'm joined by Dylan. Hi, Dylan.
Hi, Alex. Hi, everybody. Yeah, we out here. I did end up dropping that poem on my Substack. It's very cheesy, so you don't have to check it out, but that is a thing that is there. Otherwise, it's basically been a week off, it feels like, because no Stardom. And Marigold I watched live, the Korakuen, and then the Marigold show that happened today I watched, 20 minutes ago. So otherwise I've had relatively some free time, in terms of wrestling at least. I have instead watched the first two American Pie movies because I haven't seen them in quite a while. You ever watch American Pie?
I feel like vaguely. I would have watched a lot of movies when I was younger, just like
Yeah.
scrolling through TV. So probably vaguely.
I hesitate to say it's a classic because it is,
Quite outdated.
problematic.
Yeah, seems like it.
Yeah, but yeah, second one's better. If anybody disagrees, fight me. But yeah, very good movies. I enjoyed that. Watching those. I've kind of been in a kick of watching like early 2000s movies. Like I want to,
Oh, okay.
I feel like there's like so much separating that to now. I had a conversation about the Industrial Revolution and its consequences recently with my friends, and I was like, I like I feel like we are so removed from the past because of the rapid advancement of technology that like watching something from 2000 is vastly different from watching something from 2025 in like a radically different way, like way more than like watching something from 95 and 70 is, even though that's also very different. But I digress. Yeah, here to talk about some Marigold mostly, and a little bit of Stardom as well.
Yeah, we had a relatively quiet week for us, no Stardom show, which is a rarity, and just two kind of easy enough Marigold shows that were very spread out. So kind of an interesting week. We were able to get our wee wee on for Clash in Paris. That Nikki Sawa showed up and had a classic by all accounts, and Becky Lynch is a heel now, which is awful. But you sometimes you just gotta take the good with the bad. If AJ Lee comes back, everything will be okay, right? Like that's all you need from life is AJ. But we should do the plug because you should head on over to 5-star-network.com for all of the latest articles and podcasts from the wonderful world of pro wrestling. Head on over to the 5-Star Network YouTube channel, which is where this, as well as shows like Actress Stage and No Limit Wrestling, all go up. You gave us an update on No Limit Wrestling last week, I'm pretty sure. So
Yeah,
we're all up to date
I
there.
still think everybody should go check out the N1 Victory preview.
Yeah,
Even
totally.
if you aren't locked in to Noah, I still think it was worth the watch. So you should do that.
All right. At some point during this show as well, the president is going to make an announcement. So the vibes in the second half of this show would be very different.
Yeah,
Depending
we'll
on
see. I've been seeing
what's
seeing
happening.
that it's not that big of a deal. But also you never know. That dude,
Yeah, who
he
knows?
looks like he's
He looks bad.
he's in the market for a casket right now.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's always possible that he announces something crazy. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
All right, yeah. But the vibes shift monumentally. Just understand we are very giddy or very upset. One or the other. But yeah, we're gonna start with Marigold because they're the only ones who ran, and they first started on. I had this up and then I got rid of it for some reason. So You're gonna have to bear with. Where is it? Scrolling cage match is it's a lot of work sometimes. All right, there we go. I didn't need Lucha Libre Ulo, but I do need Marigold. They ran on the 30th of August. They had a show in Korakuen Hall that did 1,070 fans. It's pretty impressive. I think it's their second in a row over 1,000.
Mm.
And you can just tell, like, post Mayu, there's definitely the much bigger kind of audience for Marigold to tap into. So I'm really interested in how that Sumo Hall show is going to draw. You assume there would be some WWE involvement, but it's also kind of the first big pay per view with a long run up of Mayu being present. So I have to wonder how it'll do compared to last year's when it was like the new car smell was on Marigold and it was just Julia
Yeah.
Sari as kind of the big one. But
I
now
think
I think,
you had EO too, but yeah.
yeah, of course, yeah. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they do because I mean their Corker numbers are up, their house show numbers are up. Are their pay per views also going to be up, or is that kind of a bridge too far? But we're going to have to wait and see. Chuji Kondo on comms for this. I'm sure the Japanese commentary was probably very interesting, but neither of us understands, so that is a
Rip.
shame.
Oh, they also had
Um,
somebody that I didn't want to listen to on English, so I didn't listen to English, unfortunately.
Dude, English commentary is like terrifying. Like, why should I be forced to listen
I just
to
don't understand why
that?
70% of the Japanese companies right now have Tom Fain on commentary. I'm gonna be real. Like,
I
what?
don't
All of
know.
them? All of them? He needs to be on all of them? Is that necessary? I don't know. I don't know about that. But yeah, English commentary, yeah, kind of in the dirt. Get Ian Riccaboni in there. I don't know.
Yeah,
Send
for
him to
sure.
Japan.
But yeah, I think I watched for Japanese commentary. I wasn't about that life. Do you want to talk about the pre-show match, or we just go
Oh, I
straight
didn't get
into
to
the
watch it.
tournament? Okay.
Hummingbird does have. She was teasing new gear, and I was like, oh, cool. And then it's just like a yellow version of her old one. I was like, that's not
I
new.
did notice that today. I was like, that looks different. That's cool.
Yeah.
But
She was teasing it for
weird
like a
timing.
month. I was like, oh, she's gonna get new gear. That's so cool. And then it was just
That's it.
orange,
Yeah.
yellow. She also, this is on Instagram, a little bit of Hummingbird insight. Uh, she used to wear the trunks, right? She used to do the
Yeah.
tearaway pants. And then I don't know if she decided this or if somebody else told her this, but she was like, yeah, I kind of had chicken legs, so they told me to put my pants back on.
That's
Or
mean.
I decided to put my pants back on. I was like, yeah, I mean, okay. Uh, which fits with everybody trying to eat her because she is a chicken. But
Very true. All right, then we started with a Dream League match. Rhea Seto beat Chiaki in 8.5 minutes. This is a
long.
decent enough opener. Yeah, like 8.5 minutes is a lot, but it was decent. I think they did some fun stuff with the pairing.
Mm,
Probably would have been better if Rhea was still a babyface. You can
yes.
say that about a lot of Rhea stuff lately, so it is what it is.
It was a bit rough. This was when you look at it, because I was watching this with some amigos, as I do.
Oh,
Uh, I sound cryptic. It's just Scott and Xavi. But we realized by the Nozaki Goto match that the first four matches were all heavy heel versus, well, in this case, another heel, but it was a lot of healing in the
hmm
first four matches. So we were like, probably could have split that up a bit better. Um, but yeah, this was just kind of the start of that. I thought it was fine. I agree. I think Rey
cool.
Sato would have looked better in if she was a babyface against Chiaki here. Also, just didn't think Chiaki had her best showing. She's had much better previously in this tournament. But yeah, it was fine.
Yeah,
It just felt a bit long. Was the main thing I took away
it
from it.
was. We then had Kazuna Tanaka beating Misa Matsui in an upset in the Star League in 8 minutes. This is quite fun.
Yeah, I like this. I like this.
Kazuna touched into the kind of Superfly stuff that she does on and off, and Misa Matsui finally abandoned some of her more boring aspects from the GP and just kind of went full tilt. So you could tell this show was just a step up from everybody in the GP.
Oh,
Like even
definitely.
their worst performance was so much better than some of the stuff we were getting beforehand. And Matsui was one of the ones who really switched it on. I think Kazuna did as well.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. It was just fun. I think Kazuna. the thing about Kazuna is that it's like she's so unfortunately she's so unimportant in this tournament
Mm,
that like even though she's been having like good performances, like she hasn't been doing poorly, she's been pretty good. It's still kind of like, oh yeah, I forgot that she's like, she's good. And so that kind of hits you every once in a while, and like in this match, for example, uh, which I thought was very good and very fun to watch. And it's always nice to see her get an upset win. She won with her dad's move, the heat up, I believe. Um, her dad obviously being Heat, Minoru Tanaka. Um, and yeah, I thought it was a fun time. And I was
mm,
pumped that she won. Legit, I was like, yeah, fuck yeah.
yeah,
Like, we
that was
we
nice.
we we ain't we ain't leaving here with 0 points, baby.
Does Rossi do offers? He doesn't really.
No, not usually. I mean, you have to be like yeah, actually I don't know if he like ever has.
He did one in one of the GPs, I'm pretty sure,
I'm
but
sure.
one of the
Even
recent.
Unagi when she was on the outs got 2 points, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, yeah. So
So
you're
every
guaranteed to
dog
win
gets their
somewhere.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, next match was a double countout with Chikagoto and Nagisa Nozaki in 7 minutes. I don't know why they're sabotaging Nagisa Nozaki in this tournament. I have never seen a weirder tournament for anybody because she was one of the more energetic performers of the first few weeks, and they just kept having her in really short matches. And
I mean,
then
she
she
was
comes in
really good
here,
last year too. Like it's not like
yeah,
yeah, like she had a good one last year too. Go on.
she comes in here, her and Chika are having a good heel babyface match, and then they just went, do the double count out, the really stupid one. Do it. And I was like, okay, fine, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
really silly. They were
I
doing really
worry
good, but
I worry that she's getting she feels like she needs to protect herself now more,
kinda.
which is fine because she was very not protected for the first 6 months of the year, I would say.
Mhm.
So I get it, but it is a bit of a bummer. I will say, and this might be hypocritical of me. I thought that the finish was funny enough to not ruin the match for me. Because I thought the actual match was good, and then the finish of Chica just continuing to spin when
Yes,
she could have
that
dropped
that
her
was
and ran
definitely
in.
a little bit better. I will admit.
Uh, I thought that was really funny. Like I was just like, really? And I was like, the Chikagoto. I think a big part of it was how Chikagoto sold it. Was because she dropped her and was like, okay, now I can what? Huh? Oh.
Yeah.
She was like, but I was just spinning her. I was in a flow state, like like I don't know. I just thought the like way that she sold it was really funny. Um, I obviously was not a fan of the decision ultimately to
Mhm.
do this finish, but I thought that the finish was at least uh character driven and interesting in that way because it was just like, oh yeah, Chikagoto still an airhead, still a little goofy, and she just when she gets in a flow state, she can't get out of it. I think that was at least a redeeming factor of the otherwise annoying choice of a finish.
Yeah. Well, you make a good point. It was quite fun. We then got on to the Dream League, where Yuzuki beat Maria in 8.5 minutes.
Good.
You know, yeah, Yuzuki got something out of Maria. Not a lot of people
Yeah.
have. Not for a
Yeah.
want of trying. I feel like Maria is trying. She's just not. She just doesn't grasp it
It just
yet.
doesn't click,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's a real
So,
shame.
she tried, but Yuzuki definitely was kind of like, all right, we're gonna make this one
I'm
good.
I'm I'm so annoyed they turned Magenta heel.
Yeah, it's one of the silliest things they did. It kind of sabotaged a lot of this feud with Marigold because it took away two of your only credible wrestlers from like
Yeah, and I mean
most
it
of the story.
sabotaged so much, especially because like they aren't even doing anything in Marvelous. It's not like this is like building to,
Yeah,
oh, Maria's gonna win the belt
like
or not
Senka
even win the belt,
literally
but
is
like
challenging
do well.
the belt.
Like it
Yeah.
like Rico and Maria, who's just Rico now. I'm fucking how dare you take away her last name? Um like they're just not doing anything.
Hmm.
Still. Like, it's not like this, like, propelled them towards, like, being a newer version. It's very Street Profits-esque.
Oh.
where they were like, we should turn them heel, and everybody's like, wait, why? You you weren't doing anything with them. Are you going to do something with them now? No, but then why wouldn't? Why? Like, I don't know. That's just where I'm at with Maria and Rico. Really wish they would have just broken them up if this was where we were going. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Um, because yeah, I mean, at least I would have loved like babyface Rico Kawahata in this. I also would have liked babyface Maria in this, but heel Maria, who still has the tag title with Rico, um, it's just I just don't like it. Not a fan.
Yeah,
This match was good
it's
though. Not like specifically this match I thought was well done. I think Maria's had good matches in this tournament, sometimes, but I don't know. It's frustrating.
yeah. No, I gotcha. I feel like most times I see them now, they're doing like Magenta as heels in a three-way match, and there's like two of them
Yeah,
and one of their opponents, and you're like, ah, oh no.
they did that with
Yeah,
fucking Chica with Chikayo, who is also a heel. She aligned with them the show before,
dude.
W-
Marvel's
but
booking is so bad
but Chikayo
sometimes.
was the babyface. Why? Why is any of this happening?
I don't know. And Gaia was
I
on
didn't.
something
Uh,
all the
she
time.
just wants to book her
She's
dues,
insane.
man.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. But also sad. Koki beats Seri in the Dream League in our next match in 13 and a half minutes.
You want? Okay. First of all, really like this match. Thought it was very good. Big fan.
What?
Yeah, I thought it was great.
You were
Um,
lying.
no, I thought it was
You were
actually really, really
lying.
good.
Koki did 2 moves in 13
And she
minutes.
did them well, and Sari
Oh
did her
my
shit well
god.
too.
Come
Sari had
on.
a great comeback. Koki was beating the fuck out of her to start, and I thought that was cool. Um, Koki sold off Sari's moves very well. She bumped off all of them very well. Uh, I thought that the shock finish added to it. Um, because I was like, holy fuck, Koki just won. She's eliminated Sari Yamaoka. What the fuck? That's insane. Um, I thought the match was really, really good. Two in a row for Koki,
Mm.
going on three. We'll talk about that in a minute. Um, yeah, I was happy with it. Thought Sari did great. You know, Sari obviously always puts her full calling onto it into it. Uh, yeah, I really liked it. I think it was crazy to eliminate Sari here.
Oh yeah, dude, the
But
booking in this tournament is absurd. But yeah,
but
I
I
don't know.
still really liked the match.
I don't know. I didn't see it. I just don't get it. Like it wasn't bad. You know, Sari sold the boots and stuff enough, but I just didn't get enough from Koki
I think
on
Koki
all
needs
the
more
offensive.
moves.
Yeah,
Obviously,
she did 2.
I
She has
think
2 in her
she
finisher.
okay. She did a couple more. She did a couple more. She. Let's be fair. She
Rest
had the
holds are not
Dominator.
moves. Rest
She
holds
had the
don't count.
Dominator. Okay, you just call any submission a rest hold. So
They are rest holds.
let's
Nobody
go back
works
to
them
that in
like
a second.
submissions.
What are you? She did a normal submission that whatever. Uh, she has her weird little submission that I wish she would change. She has the Dominator. She has the big boot. She has the shitty spine buster.
Power
She
slam.
has good forearms, and she has the dropkick. So she at least has a handful of moves. She just
Okay.
really likes booting people. And
This is fine. You just
yeah,
can't do that for
we
13
need
minutes.
we need more moves. But I thought that like if she slotted in different moves a bit more often, I thought Koki was had a great. I thought
You
Koki was
already
great here.
said you just you just basically said this match would have been better if she wrestled more.
Yes, yes, that is accurate. But I still thought it was a very good match because m- the majority of the match was good. It was just like, okay, why are you still booting her? Do something else. That was the singular downside of it for me.
Okay, sure.
And I mean, hey, not to throw him under the bus, but Xavier was in a similar mindset. He was like, that was very good. Pissed that Sari lost, but it was pretty good. It would have been better if Sari won. And I was like, I disagree, but you know, that's fair. Like it's not like I was alone in thinking this match was good. Like it was a good match. But yeah. I guess I'm the only one that was like, oh shit, yeah, Koki won. And then I realized that I eliminated Sari. I was like, wait, no, that's
Yeah.
not what I wanted.
She has 4
um
points. I really thought they'd give her more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know. What's the word with her? Uh, interesting choice,
I
I
said,
guess.
"Get the fuck out of here." Super
Maiza,
rookie? No, I am the ace.
actually, actually, I want to be in the final
Yeah, that'd be pretty beast.
because I think she just is. Because
I don't
I
know.
still don't think she
It's
loses to
really
Yuzuki.
well, yeah, no, I don't think so either. But there's no way you do Iono versus Mayu on no notice. I feel like that would be insane.
It'd be
Who
a
knows though?
strange choice for sure. But
Yeah.
like, oh wait, Yuzuki's on 9
Yeah, they could totally like send her through on a
on the
tiebreaker.
draw.
Yeah, because she'd have
Because
one
I
over
do. Oh,
Utami.
I do have. Okay, yeah. Actually, yeah. Because
We'll
this
do
week
that
is
later.
when we kind of we get into a bit more of the nitty gritty.
Fantastic. Miko Ono beat Chanyoda in just under 9 minutes. This was good stuff. They did power
Another
wrestling.
banger. Yeah.
Yeah, Miko Ono has been feeling it. Another wrestler who just turned it on from the show. And,
To be fair, she has
Chanyoda,
rest
that's true.
before the show.
Very true. But the Mirai match drained the life out of me. Yeah, this is fun. Chanyoda knows what she is, and I think the wrestlers who work to that really get the best out of her. And
Mhm.
so Miko Ono knew what kind of wrestler she was and worked to that. And it was just a really good time.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I thought it was awesome. Another good one. Uh, I think for me, all this was missing was like I don't even know how to describe it. Chan Yoda in some of her matches just like reaches that next level of like just fucking complete psychopath. Um, and part of me was like, okay, give her like 2 minutes, to just fucking you know be in freak mode, and then Miku can beat her. And they didn't. So that was the one place where I was like, okay, that was like because I was at some point in this match, I was like, if they just let Chan Yoda like fucking headbutt her and just like take her head off once, um, hit some crazy shit and then lose. This is like match the tournament level. But they didn't. It kind of got cut off. Miku just won.
Yeah.
Before they got to that. So a bit less than like match the tournament type shit, but still really fucking good. So I was really happy with it.
All right. We then had the Star League. Mai Sakurai surprisingly beats Mirai by referee's decision in 13 minutes. Mirai did not tap. She was choked out, and the referee called it. And she was quite surprised after. Kind of an interesting match. I'm really not adoring Mirai's output in this tournament. It feels like she doesn't ramp up properly at all. Like Mai Sakurai as well. Like her house show performance today was better than anything she's done in the tournament. Like she's
See,
just not
that's okay. This is
using
crazy
any of her bag.
because I I
Um,
I disagree on both regards.
okay,
I
so
think
you liked
I
this?
I thought this match was like the second best match of the tournament.
That's insane.
Maybe third, but like yeah, probably second best match. Yeah, I
I
thought
don't
this
know.
was great.
I don't
Um,
know. I wanted them to do like a white belt preview, and I didn't get that. I got something very different.
See, I wanted them to do the Wipeout preview in the spring, and that match wasn't good. Um,
Yes, I remember that one.
well, no, it was fine, but it wasn't. It was pretty
All
much just them.
checkers.
They were
Mariah.
lollygagging the
Okay,
entire
that
time.
was absurd.
Um, it didn't feel like they were really doing anything. Here, this was probably the best Mai Sakurai versus Mirai match ever, singles. Um, which isn't saying that much. They haven't had great singles matches in the past. Uh, but yeah, this was great. I thought that I like what Mirai does. Like I felt like this was Mirai at her best. Maybe not at her best, but like really at like in form in the in the zone that she wants to be in. And that she that I want her to be in. I thought she was at her best because I would agree. I think otherwise, the tournament from Mirai has been a bit lackluster, especially compared to she was getting wrestler, like best wrestler alive. Now it's like last year, especially tournament wrestler. Like she was out of her mind in the tournament last year. Uh, I feel like that isn't where she's at here. Um, but I still thought this match specifically was really, really good. And I think my Sakurai's tournament overall has been very good. Outside of like which match didn't I like from her? Um,
Who?
outside of her and Nozaki, which just got
Oh
cut
yeah.
off. But
Yeah,
otherwise, I thought all of her stuff has been really good. So yeah, like I'm kind of the opposite of you. I would agree that Mariah's been kind of iffy, but I thought this match was a return to form for her as well, similarly to how you felt about like Miku and Misa on this show. I felt like Mariah was in the same boat for me.
I don't know. I thought Mariah had a better showing today with Nozaki in the trios match, but I don't
Well,
know.
probably. I mean, they work so well together. That's why
They
it was
do,
so
but it
annoying
was it
that
was genuinely really strong. So
that's why it's so annoying that they kind of wasted their their tournament match. Um,
yeah, once
but
again, weird tournament for Nozaki.
yeah,
Don't know what they're
I
doing
thought
there.
this match was great though. I thought it was great.
Okay.
Real emotional one. I liked the technical stuff. I thought they did it well, a lot better than they did last time. Um, Post match was weird. Uh,
Yes,
I will admit that
the
Mariah
Tam Nakano
crying her
disciple
eyes out.
crying. I'm not shocked.
Me neither, but I was like, okay, why are we crying so hard? I don't like this.
'Cause
Uh,
they're gonna have a UN title match, and it's gonna make them feel things. You know,
yeah, but
not how that
I
works.
yes, but I hesitate to think. I don't think Mirai's challenging for another belt unless she's winning it, and I don't think she's beating Mai Sakurai.
She
That's why
should.
I'm like hesitant to think that she.
Like
I think
my niece
Mirai
is off at
beats.
Sumo Hall.
I think Mirai. I don't think Mirai's challenging at Sumo Hall.
Well,
I think
I don't
Mirai
know who is.
is beating Miku next year. Frankly, so I don't think
Mm,
she needs the white belt intermit like before that. Like I don't think that will work. Just flow wise. Um, but yeah, so I don't think this is building to a title match, which is why I'm like, why were y'all crying so hard?
yeah,
I don't know. It just gave me like a weird vibe overall. After
that's
a
true.
great match too, but you know.
Okay. Our main event then was the 15-minute time limit draw between Mayu Iwatani and Utami Hayashishita. This is a great match of the tournament, I think, by far. You know,
Yep.
nothing really came close to this level. You could really see the levels between top wrestlers and the rest in this one.
This
Um,
was like, and this isn't about Stardom. This is about like literally any tournament I've seen this year. This is probably my favorite tournament match of the year that I've seen.
whoa,
Um, and that's
okay.
saying something because the G1 was really good. Um, like Yuya and Taichi is probably the only match that comes close
Mm.
because I thought this match was so fucking good. Um,
I like
but yeah,
that
well,
Mayu didn't indulge Utami's BS, and I think Utami works so well as kind of a counter to somebody like Mayu because Utami's like a power technician, so she's good at kind of just pulling shit out of the air and making it work. And Mayu is one of the only people who kind of forces her into that corner. Like I thought this match was so good because Utami was pulling out the really good counters and because Mayu was kind of controlling the tempo and dragging her by the nose through the match. Like I just thought it was a very interesting dynamic where Utami wasn't just the dominant power wrestler or the overly zealous seller that we saw earlier this year against Bozilla, where she was putting in a Tam Nakano performance. Like this was just Utami being pushed against the wall and being forced to use her power to kind of stay in the match. And you don't usually see her in that position, but it seems to be the one that works best for her. Because I thought this one was one of her strongest in ring showings in a long time. And just another great one from Ayu, who is racking up incredible performances every week at this point.
uh, yeah. So excuse me. This match was great. Obviously, like I said, well, probably my favorite tournament match of the year. Um, I don't know. I feel like I'm always maybe it's the, and I hate using this term. Maybe it's the agenda. But I always think Utami gets kind of underrepresented in her best matches because she like this was such a great Utami performance, and I think you did touch on why. It is a matter of like Utami works best when she doesn't have to lead the match 100% and kind of like do all of the Utami things, like all the like the Utami checklist to make a main event match. She works better when that isn't as relied on. You know, um, and I always say it's a matter of trust. Like I've after watching this match, I got kind of frustrated with Utami's title run because I was like, Utami's had a great year, but most of that isn't from the title matches. She's had two good title
Hmm.
matches, very good title matches in my opinion. But you put her against a foreigner she doesn't know, and put her against a foreigner she doesn't trust, and then you don't do anything with her for basically the rest of her reign. Like that's the start of her reign, and then she just kind of like is doing other stuff. She faces Mirai, which is great. She faces Takumi, which was great. One of my favorite matches of the year. Um, and this match was a perfect example of why I get frustrated by that, is because it's like you put Utami in there with somebody that she likes to wrestle against, somebody that she meshes well with, somebody that she trusts, and you get the best tournament match of the year. Like that's what you do. Like Utami is capable of these things, but she isn't always set up for them. And obviously, I'm saying all this without even recognizing the elephant in the room. Mayu Utani is the best, one of the best women's wrestlers to ever live. So like that obviously helps. But I thought this match was so great. I've always been a fan of Utami and Mayu as a pairing. Their only underwhelming match for me was when both of them were checked out, wanting to leave the company in 2023, and Utami was on the verge of injury because she obviously went out like a show later with an injury. It's like every other match I've been like, this is showing Utami at her truest potential, and this is showing why Mayu's one of the best ever. And this was another instance of that, in my opinion. That was so great. I loved the greatest Rana ever, um, and into Utami catching her with the two step. That
Oh,
was a
that was
beautiful spot,
insane.
and fuck anybody who tried to get at Tommy. Mayu got her goddamn shoulder up. There's picture evidence, photo evidence on the fucking internet. How dare you criticize referee Tommy Rand's refereeing, especially after that fucking disaster class from Daichi a week ago. Let's not fucking get it twisted. Tommy Rand's the greatest ever. Um, and yeah, I just thought that entire sequence was one of, I know, like Scott tweeted that was like the best spot of the year, and I don't think he's that far off because that was so fucking cool. You have the move that beat Utami last time. uh, Mayu goes for it. Utami counters it by catching her in the craziest position. That's not easy to catch somebody like that. Like that was insane. And then you hit her with her own finish. Like that is so fucking cool. That is like that's the best of like spotty pro wrestling. If you
Mm.
like, if you want a match that has cool fucking spots, that's a cool fucking spot. Like that's a match. That's a spot that matters. It's a spot is rewarding if you've watched their matches in the past. And that is a match. That's a spot that even without any of the context, just looks fucking badass. Like that is such a perfect, and everything around it was also great, also perfect. Like it was just all so masterfully done. Um, really happy with what they did here. And yeah, if you haven't seen it, you have to. There's no excuse.
I agree. Uh, you know, I think the time limit definitely took the wind out of some people's sails, but that's what a tournament really does. Like that's what's going to happen in the
I
tournament.
think it
So
was one of the most rewarding time limit draws I've seen in a minute. Uh, if I'm being honest. And I know I just used that word in a different capacity, but like really, I felt like after I watched it, I was like, yeah, that worked. Like that fits because these motherfuckers were killing each other. And it's like they weren't going to stop, even though
yeah,
Tommy got the upper hand at the end. Uh, I thought it was just a really well done time limit draw. There was zero stalling in the match, which is a benefit of Utami being such a long-winded wrestler. Is that she is pretty good at like just getting into it to some degree. For a 15-minute match, she doesn't really fuck around too much when it's going 15. So yeah, really love this match.
okay.
Utami Respect Army going strong.
And then that was our main event, the end of this show.
Also,
Um,
just want to say after the match, them just goofing around, very funny. Like them,
yeah,
like they just like seem like best friends, and I was just like, it's so funny that people thought they were gonna step on each other's toes. It's like They just are big homies, uh, which makes Marigold better overall, I would say.
Mhm. I agree. Um, and then we had a show earlier today that I'm gonna have to get the results up for because Cage Match doesn't do Joshi day of really anymore.
Just kind of weird.
Yeah, I
Like
think they had a
they made a
reason
like
for
a
it, but
24-hour rule or something. Yeah.
yeah, because think part of it was that women's wrestling was getting high ratings and they kind of panicked. But we had today in Shinjuku Face for the Dreamstar Grand Prix. We had 392 fans in attendance. I think that's down. I'm pretty sure they did 400 last time, didn't
How
they?
many did you
No,
say?
392.
That sounds about on par. I mean, like, yeah, it
Yeah,
might be down like 4 people,
yeah.
but I
Kind of
think they're
weird
usually
for
around
like a GP show, though.
390s. They're usually around the 390s though, as far as I
Yeah,
remember.
I suppose they did do Corkin into Face. And it was a Tuesday, so
Also true.
you know.
Also true.
But the show opened with Komomo Minami beating Nagisa Tachibana in 5 minutes with a Como clutch. This
Good.
was really good. Like this was absolutely fire. Like I have no idea how they did this, but it was just so fun. I loved Tachibana doing the rope run thing, but I loved how sensible it was. Like she got pushed out of the headlock and just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna springboard
Yeah.
now." Like that was really good. The forearms were good, and the pace was good. Like this was a really fun match. Um, one of the strengths of Marigold is this young Marigold core that they have, and how you can kind of have them scrimmage for position for the longest time because like these two have no reason to give a shit about a match like this, but they are grouped together, so that they
I
have
checked
to
out
go.
really quickly. It's up from the most recent show there, which
All
was
right.
Mayu Arena. It's up
Okay.
uh 6 people, but then it's down from Mayu Misa, 15 people. So like,
So yeah,
yeah,
basically where they get at that point.
it's pretty chill.
Okay.
That was also Mayu's first Shinjuku face.
I
So
remember that. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, like
She's
so
kind
that
of a
makes sense.
yeah.
Why that sold out so heavily. But go on.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Komomo
What's
versus
the
Tachibana.
yeah.
I really like that. That was a very good match. Um, yeah, I think Tachibana is like pretty clearly like leveling up, which is always a good thing to see. Because yeah, I think that rope run was so beautifully done and such like a natural thing that I was like, holy fuck, like she's got something there for sure. And I've always thought she's had a lot of good aspects of her game. A lot of it comes with kind of like being agile, being quick on her feet, knowing what she's doing, having good footwork. So that part of it was really good. And Komodo Minami, I don't know who would ever say she's worse than a 2 month rookie. She is so fucking good. She is so good at everything she does as a rookie that I am constantly interested in seeing her move up a bit more. Uh, this match was just another indicator that she has like the personality and the ability to kind of be a notable aspect of the company. Like I think she already is, but really I think she has such a likability to her, along with just being like a really hard hitter and a fun wrestler, that I don't know. I think she's just really uh, going to be a difference maker in the future for them. And half the time, apparently, according to my Sakurai, half the time she isn't even trying and she's good. So, like my Sakurai wants her to try harder and like be uh, more confident and put more of herself into the matches. So we might not even be seeing her final form here, and this match was really good. So happy with it.
Well, I'm not going to respond to the personal attacks over Emma Mishima, who is a talented wrestler. But our next match was Mai Sakurai and Hummingbird beating Nao Ishikawa and Yuka Yamazaki. Mai Sakurai got the win with the STK. Um, this is another good match, and this was like Mai Sakurai doing stuff that she hasn't done in the tournament. Like she was kicking the shit out of Yuka, and I was like, where has this been? Like, where has this ruthless bitch been for the entire tournament? Because yeah, like everybody did their part really well. Like I thought Yuka looked good. Now was good as like the heat segment part, and Hummingbird was good at like the face and peril. So like everybody did their part really well. So I quite enjoyed this.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch it, but I did see on Twitter that Hummingbird's fucking entire chest was bloodied from
Oh yeah,
Yuka.
she got chopped.
Holy fuck. The hell happened? Um, but yeah, uh, happy to hear it. Like I said, I've been a fan of my Sakurai's performance in this tournament. Uh, and I guess part of it is that the tournament hasn't had that many great performances. Um, but and so hers, her being like good to very good has been good enough for me. But yeah, I'm happy to hear that she's got that dog, which I never thought she didn't. But that's me.
Okay. We then had this has to load every time. Nagisa Nozaki, Misa Matsui, and Chiaki beating Utamiya, Shishida, Mirai, and Yuki Minami. Misa Matsui notably got the win for her team with a double foot stomp onto Yuki Minami. So getting a win in the star-studded match. I quite enjoyed this. Again, I thought Mirai and Ozaki did really, really good stuff. Mirai at one point pulling out the shoot punch because Nozaki does that a lot, and Mirai was like, "Hey, have a taste of your own medicine." Um, and yeah, the finishing stretch was good. Yuki Minami has like randomly improved on the undercards.
She
She's like
does
really
that.
got up to speed.
Yeah. Like
So
she's done that a couple
this
times
was
where she's like randomly is like, "Oh, you're like actively better than you were 2
yeah,
weeks ago. What happened?"
kind of
Um,
crazy.
yeah, good for her. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
always happy to hear when a Dark Wolf Army, or that's not even their name, the Darkness Revolution tag is good because they're a
Mm.
bit inconsistent. But so when
When
they hit,
like
it's good.
Nozaki is there, you're kind of guaranteed. I feel like there's a better chance.
Yeah, a lot of it is just like effort. Like if you put Misa in there tagging with like Rhea, Misa's probably not putting that much effort in, and Rhea is still figuring it out. So that's not really going to go well. Misa and Chiaki as a duo usually do well together, but I think this trio usually does pretty well. It just kind of depends on the vibe and who they're facing. But I'm always happy to hear it.
Yeah. I also noticed there's a lot of Darkness Rev shirts in the
Yes.
crowds. And I feel like that's notable, like that you can see the logo in the crowd, and there's a lot of them. So fair play. Um, let's see. And this has to load every time. It's very annoying. And then going to Star League action. Chikagoto beat Chanyota in 9 minutes with a GCS. That was the Goto choke slam.
Mhm.
She hit two of them
Which
and like
is
hooked the leg on the second one, which was very
no,
clever.
she got a hammerlock. That's what it was.
Yeah,
She got a
and
hammerlock
she
on the other arm and then got her up
yeah,
and
and
down.
then she hooked the leg pretty heavy on the finish as well. So they kind of protected Chanyota because she was like trying to kick out, but it was the pin hold was too strong, which is stuff more wrestlers should try and do. By the way, like that kind of stuff is really neat. Um, yeah, this is a fun match. I mean, they pair up really well. Some of the lariats were crazy. I think some of the selling from Goto was great, but it's always nice to see Chika Goto power up and get angry and do the kind of house wrestler stuff because that is where she is at home. And so I thought this was a great showing of what they can both do.
Yeah, no, I agree. I thought this was a very good match. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think they're just really cool. I think a lot of the struggle spots worked very well because you did actually feel like they were as strong as one another, and they were like really just like at one point like Chica dropped her on a body slam, and I was like, that makes sense though because Chanyota's struggling so much. Like like it just I
Yeah.
think everything just kind of aided and was like really well designed to make it look cool. Um, Early on, I want some of the shoulder tackles to be a little bit more meaty. I felt like they were holding
Mm.
back a little bit, but they, you know, uh, what's the word? They redeemed that later in the match when they were actually just fucking killing each other with them. So I was happy with this match. That was really good.
Okay. Um, Seria Mioka beat Maria in just 9.5 minutes with the Aoki clutch. Seri was kind of leading the match almost. They tried to do like shoot grappling stuff, which was insane. And then they went into like a lot of submissions,
I would
and
have
then it ended.
yeah, I don't know.
It was a really
It
strange
was
match.
good.
Sari was definitely
Yes, it
leading it, but
was.
it was definitely not what you would expect from like heel Maria.
I mean, she had the match with Rhea Seto that was like heavily grappling, like it was grapple heavy, but it's still like that match felt like it was like it took Maria out of her heel zone and she was just wrestling. This
Mm.
match she was still noticeably heel Maria, but she felt like she was doing the grappling like ironically, which made it a bit harder to buy into. Um, I still thought it was a good match. Like I didn't think it was anywhere near great, but I thought it was a solid match. Uh, Probably still the weakest of Series tournament because Series had a really good tournament. Um, and I think the only like match that would be on par to this was the Chiaki one, and even that like had its really high spots. I thought it was a well worked good match, all things considered. So yeah, solid match, but not anything great.
Mm.
Obviously this is where you really wish it was Senka Akatsuki over Maria.
Yes. We really should have just like swapped her in and pretended that she had
I
always
mean,
been here.
let's be real. They 100% could have fixed the schedule so that so that Senka could have been in this instead.
Yes.
I know they probably couldn't foresee exactly when she would get better, but she got better by what day 6?
Mm. At the latest,
Miku
yeah.
Miku only had 2 matches before day 6. You could have easily you could have easily just fucking put Senka on every show and had her get make all of her matches up pretty much. Maybe not easily. It would have kind of fucked up a lot of the scheduling probably, but yeah, real bummer that they couldn't get Senka in this.
Yeah. Um, we had Miko Aono beat Kazuna Tanaka in 7 minutes. She just essentially kicked her in the head. It was a soccer kick, basically. And this was really good. Kazuna, again, brought that kind of energy to the match that makes you see the prospect that she is. Like, she was so fired up to get the win. Her expressive selling was fantastic. She made Aono look like a monster. Iono's kicks sounded really good. Like, this is a perfect Miko Ono match. Like, she's made to dominate matches and to just pick people apart. And Kazuna is made to play the babyface in such a situation.
Yeah, no, I agree. I thought this match was awesome. I've been like I said, I feel like Kazuna Tanaka is in that spot where uh she doesn't really have much to grasp onto. So when she grasps onto a match and really takes hold of it and is just like really good in it, it's always a benefit. It's always fun to see. Um, yeah, no, I thought this match was really good. Second best of the night. Um, well, I didn't see the pre-show or not pre-show. I didn't see the tags. So second best match of the night in terms of singles. And yeah, I was really happy with what they did.
Okay. Um, let's see. It then went on to Victoria Yuzuki and Rhea Seto wrestling to a 15-minute time limit draw. This was a great match. I think it's a career best performance from both, maybe. Like,
One
just
of
a
them, yeah.
really, really strong match. And Yuzuki, especially, I think I've never seen Yuzuki with this much piss and vinegar. Like, I want to see more
Yuzuki,
of this particular Yuzuki. I've never been more interested and fascinated by her than when she was just like trying to kick Rhea's head off when she was scraping her boot on her. I was like, where is this? Like, where have you been? You know, because Yuzuki is always good, but she never has that kind of anger to her that she had here that fascinated me. Like, I thought that was the best part of this match was just how like, violent Yuzuki wanted to be with Rhea. And Rhea was really capable of meeting that, and they were like able to like switch the roles up where like Rhea briefly was playing the like underdog where she was trying to get pinfalls out of nowhere. She like went back to targeting the leg, and Yuzuki went back to being the babyface. Like, they mixed it so well between aggression of the feud and then like changing roles between heel and babyface, and the crowd was just really into it for the entire time. Like, this was a fantastic performance from both of them. I think
mhm.
Rhea, like, this would be match of the tournament or like top two if Rhea was just a little bit better. But as it is, it's probably like third or fourth because I think they both still did really well. But you can definitely see the holes in Rhea's game in a 15-minute match like this.
Yeah, I think I have it as third of the
Yeah.
tournament. Um, yeah, no, I agree. I thought it was so fucking good. Like I was watching this and I was like, Yes, it's pretty good. I was like, yeah, they work really well together. And by the end, I was just like, this is just like this was great. This was a great fucking match. It was so like Rhea Seto in this tournament is very interesting because her highs have been much higher than like a decent amount of other people. Like she got the best match out of Maria. She like this was like I said one of the best matches of the tournament. Um, But then she's also had some lows. You know what I mean? Like she's also been lower than a decent amount of the wrestlers at her weakest. So it's kind of been interesting to watch her in this tournament. I thought that her performance in this match was great. I can see what you mean where it's like there's still room for growth for her in this match, but I think I think she's been focusing too much on like becoming a heel, and she hasn't been focusing enough on being a heel who does really good limb work because her limb work is the strongest thing she has in her arsenal. It's her the moves she does, the like sequences she does, it all is super great for limb work. Now, I mean, if you want to be technical about it, her doing a bunch of leg attacks and then her finish being an arm trap move doesn't really make much sense. But you have to base yourself to counter the move. So if your leg is fucked, then the base is kind of, if you want to be semantics about it. But I think that has been like the struggle she's been going through
Yeah.
is that she's been trying to do a heel style when she should be a heel that's doing her own style. Like Misa Matsui, I think it would be like that's probably where we're talking about. Is that it's like sometimes it feels like Misa Matsui is just being a heel, and sometimes it feels like Misa Matsui is being heel Misa Matsui. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Where like when Misa is really doing well, it's because she is still herself. She's still all of the things that have, made her such a great wrestler. She's just being a heel while doing it. Um, I think Rhea has struggled to find that, and I think this match was her figuring that out. I question if this is like, oh, she figured it out, or if it's Yuzuki's her best opponent. They obviously have the best chemistry with one another, or at least like Yuzuki has great chemistry with other people, but Rhea Sato certainly her best opponent is Yuzuki. So I'm worried that it wasn't her like figuring it out and like oh this is how you be a heel while being Rhea Sato and not just be a you know heel. This is how you do it. I hope that she figured it out here because this was a absolutely great match, and I agree. I think Rhea has more room for growth to make this even better. Um, and yeah, no notes on Yuzuki. Yuzuki's great. Yuzuki's always great. Uh, yeah, right now,
You have to
I
admit this was like notably impressive for Yuzuki. Like she's never had that much this and
yeah, I
vinegar.
mean, I felt like it clicked the most here with her
Yeah.
being an asshole because like sometimes she's an asshole and I'm just like, this doesn't really make much sense. Like, why why are you being so mean? Like like you're just kind of like being a brat, and it kind of like is a bit jarring. This was one of the first times where I'm just like, I get it. This is
Mm.
why. Like, because when it's validated, when it makes sense, it's like her peak form. Like, because yeah,
Yeah.
this was such a great, and I think it's similar to the Nanai match in that way. The Nanai match also benefited from her being a young fucking brat full of piss and vinegar,
First
trying
one?
to beat the fuck. No, the second one,
All right.
the one this year in Shinjuku Face
Yeah, yeah.
also. Those two are the two singles matches I'd say are Yuzuki's best. Are this one and the Nanai one.
I would
Um,
love to see this form of Yuzuki feuding with Seri. I think her being like
mm,
majorly pissed off at Seri being the super rookie would be fantastic. And like we
I
know
could see that.
Seri is
Yeah,
a great seller. Like Seri trying to sell for somebody this aggressive would be fantastic. I think that would be
I agree.
a
I
game
agree, and
changing.
yeah, and I think that was something interesting is that Rhea Seto was kind of pushed into that babyface role. Obviously, she's getting the cheers. Um,
Mm.
she also ate paper.
Yeah,
Feel like I should have brought that. I feel like that's important to bring up. She ate paper, and she made Yuzuki eat paper as well.
I
Um,
like the unintentional judo toss where she like
oh
slipped
my
on
god,
her own
dude!
drink and
Every small
Yuzuki
thing was
turned it
so
into a
cool.
thing. Yeah,
I
they
loved
did.
that
No, this was like
because
really impressive.
like Rhea, yeah, because Rhea like looked like really. I know it wasn't on purpose. Like you could tell just by the
Yeah,
frantics of the of the seconds being like, oh fuck, and then she slips in it. But Rhea, like it was perfect character stuff. That like Rhea finally like had like this like false sense of confidence where she's like, yeah, I'm like I'm winning right now. Like I'm ahead. This doesn't usually happen this quick. And then she like kind of like takes a sip of water. She's like she's feeling all cool. She's getting ready to do a move, and then she slips on the water she just spilled. Like that's such a Rhea Seto move,
Hmm.
and it just fit the narrative of the match super well. Um, Also loved. I think I texted this to you that like Rhea Seto did a fireman's knee breaker, and I was like, that looked like she fucked something up. But then I like Yuzuki was selling the knees so hard, I was like, oh, that's a move that like you just don't think of. But it worked and it looked really cool. And it it looked like a move that would actually fuck up somebody's knee. So I was like, yeah, that's perfect. Um yeah, I love this match. I thought it was so at the best of times, Marigold has matches like this where there's so many things you can kind of like read into and kind of like just like dissect because it's all very intricate
Yeah.
and not even in like a technical way. Like it's not like this match was a technical masterclass. I thought Rhea did great with the technical stuff, but
Mm.
just the match itself had so much you can really dissect and really appreciate. Um, and part of it is because I just watched it half an hour ago, so it's like it's easy to remember all the things I want to dissect. But really, it was a really standout performance from both of them in this tournament.
All right. We then got onto the main event, which was Mai Utani beating Koki and eliminating her from the tournament. This was 11 minutes when Mayu won with a moonsault. This was another great Mayu performance. She really pushed Koki and kind of essentially dominated the match. And at points was kind of like, try and fight back, but I am better than you. Like it was the heelish kind of Mayu that we've always enjoyed, where she's just knows she's better and wants to imprint that on the other wrestler. I think that really worked here with Koki because I don't think you could have done a Mayu 50-50 match with Koki. I don't think Koki could have kept up. So this was probably the best way to do it, which was just Mayu kind of dicking around, kind of pushing the rookie around and being like, "Look, I'm the best. I'm the icon." I think that works really well for Mayu.
Yeah, I really like this match. I didn't think like I I liked this match more than I thought was good. Does that make sense? I
Kind
didn't
of.
think it was like anything insane, but I just had so much fun watching Mayu beat the fuck out of Koki. That's coming from a Koki fan over here. Like I just thought it was like so much fun because like I think and this is like headcanoning, but I feel like I don't know, like Shuji Kondo was like, okay, Koki, like you need to work on selling. So I think we're gonna have Mayu here. Just beat the fuck out of you. And you just sell it as well as you can. You bump as hard as you can. You sell as much as you can. You just really take the beating. Okay? And if you don't, she'll just actually hit you. That's what's gonna happen. And Koki listened. Like I thought Koki did a tremendous job selling what she was fucking taking. Like she was eating some fucking shit here. Like she was getting her shit kicked in. And I thought that was a lot of fun. It's you know it's nice to see growth in that way because I do remember early on, like last year, like when she first joined Marigold, the weakest part of Koki's game was her selling. She couldn't sell at all. She couldn't sell,
Hmm.
couldn't bump very well. That was like far and away the weakest stuff she had. Now I think it's one of her stronger suits. She's not the best on the roster anywhere near it. Like she still isn't like that, but her selling has gotten actively a lot better. This match was a testament to that, and I thought the match was just a lot of fun watching Mayu just really fucking wreck her shit. Um, at first, I thought it was going to be like, oh, Mayu's like really like just like outworking her, and then the like it's going to come back to where like Koki's kind of muscling her way back in some way, and it's like going to be like a triumphant, and then she's going to fall eventually. But Mayu just kind of didn't stop. Like the
Yeah.
couple of moves that Koki did do, Mayu sold, and like respected, made sure that she looked good. But Mayu was like, you get to do all of your moves once at most. And so Koki's like, I've got like three, and she hit them all, and that was it. Like so, like it's not like she didn't get to hit the big move very many times. So she didn't really hit much of anything at all. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with it.
All right. Now we have stuff to preview for Marigold. That was the all from the Shinjuku Face show. So in the next week, we have 2 shows. First is on the 6th of September. I don't believe there's a full card announced for this, so we're just going to go through the tournament matches. In the Dream League, Maya Iwatani takes on Chiaki. Does that mean Chiaki has to win?
Chiaki does have to win, yeah.
Yeah, because everybody on top is on 9, right?
Yeah, so a Chiaki win here
Your
keeps
table
her on
thing is Mayu
7.
on 7, so
Yeah,
does she
Mayu is
actually
on
have...
7.
Okay, so Mayu
Oh,
wins. They all enter
no,
on 9 points.
I don't think so.
Why not?
Because I think the what is it? I think a Mayu win here would make Tommy could win that, but then she would lose. I don't think I don't think it matters actually, because
Okay.
Tommy has tiebreakers over the other two. So I think a Chiaki win here gives
What?
Chiaki a cool
No, she
win.
doesn't.
Yeah,
There's only 3 of
what?
them eligible to win.
Yeah,
Tommy didn't
and
beat either of them.
exactly. So Mayu has a tiebreaker.
Oh, right. Well, no, because they drew.
Oh shit, they did draw.
So
So that
here's the thing.
means
If we're running with the theory that Yuzuki is going to go through from the block,
which looks the most likely. Yeah.
yeah, her and Mayu would have to draw. Then so would Utami, actually.
No,
'Cause
Tommy
then,
would just have to lose.
no, because if Utami is also tied with them, then Yuzuki would win on the tiebreaker.
If Utami draws, that's when it becomes a problem.
No, because
Which
then
she's not going to.
she would have like no points against the other two, and Yuzuki
Exactly.
would
So
go
it's going to
through.
come down to a dead heat.
Yeah, but Yuzuki would go through.
Yeah. Isn't that what we're saying?
So yeah, so Mayu would beat Chiaki, and then both matches end in a draw, I guess, on the final day.
No. What? No. So I think okay. So if Mayu beats Chiaki, then
Yeah,
she
she's on
is
9.
at 9. Yuzuki's also at 9. I think what we're doing is a classic. I think what we're doing is Mayu and Yuzuki go first because
Yeah,
Utami's in control of her destiny. If
yeah,
she wins, then well, Yuzuki has a win over her, but doesn't matter. I think Utami and Koki is the last match of the block.
okay,
So I think that Mayu and Yuzuki draw, and then Utami loses to Koki, which leads to oh shit, that's a draw. Mm, that
yeah.
becomes difficult. Yeah, so I think Chiaki has to win.
Well, yeah, but then Mayu goes in on 7 to the final day,
Yep.
and she either beats...
Oh, then Mayu and Yuzuki goes last, and it goes to a draw.
Right, but then with Utami... Yeah, so Utami would beat Koki, and
Hmm?
no, she
Hmm?
couldn't.
She loses to Koki.
Okay,
Utami's losing to Koki. I don't think there's
alright,
any
okay,
question
okay.
about that.
So Mayu loses to Chiaki, she
Yep.
draws with Yuzuki,
Yep.
Utami loses to Koki, and
Yep.
Yuzuki goes through with 10 points. Okay, right, so
Yep.
Chiaki over Mayu.
Yes, which I
Right,
called from before the tournament. I think Chiaki can do something funny and creative to beat her. Uh,
totally.
in the same vein that they've been doing Nozaki for some reason, I feel like Chiaki should have been doing it like that, but I
Yeah.
digress. Um, yeah, that's what I'm foreseeing. I
That'd be
think,
wild. Mayu entering the final day without... Actually, I guess she would have a chance to go through, because you could you'd have to do a playoff technically.
and yeah, I mean like that happens sometimes. Uh,
Yeah,
though no, wait.
I don't know if
Mayu
Rossi has
win
ever done a
here.
playoff.
Oh, Mayu win here. Yuzuki has one over Utami.
No, I mean if Mayu lost to
Mayu.
Chiaki and then beat
Oh shit! Yeah,
Izuki,
no.
technically they'd
Oh
all
yeah.
be on 9.
Okay. Yeah. Well, because I was gonna say, there are certain instances where, like, if Yuzuki has a tiebreaker over, tiebreakers are silly, but yeah, no,
Stack. There wouldn't be
it'd
a
be
proper stack.
well, Utami would it would be a tiebreaker between Mayu and Yuzuki again. They would just do that match again because Utami has a weaker tie.
That's true. Yeah, I guess they would just have to run it back. So yeah, no, I mean I just mean like Mayu probably isn't gonna do that anyway, but yeah, okay.
I don't know. It's possible that it's like I wasn't expecting any of this. I was expecting to be a
No,
bit more clean
really.
cut, and I expected Sari to be in the conversation. But
Yeah.
here we are. Uh, she's at 6 points at least.
Mm,
Not 4, which we thought
she'll
earlier.
finish well.
She'll finish with 8. Yeah.
Yeah, that's grand. Okay, so Chiaki over Mayu. Then we have Miku Ono versus Nagisa Nozaki. Right.
Miku's
So
winning.
the
Yep.
Miku
Miku
wins,
needs to
goes
win
up to
out.
7. Okay, it's fine. Mirai versus Misa Matsui.
I
Mirai
think
on
Mirai
3.
needs to win that because she's very low. Yeah.
Yeah, so Mirai wins over Misa.
Yep. And
Right.
Misa still has. Oh, she has Nozaki. I think Misa's winning that though. So
Yeah. Okay. Then on the 7th, we have just 2 Star League matches: Chikukodo versus Miku Ono, which we have as a Miku win, which would take her
yeah.
up to 9 going into the last day. It's pretty probable. Then Mirai versus Kazuna, which if Mirai wins, she'd be up to 7, and that would keep her in contention. Because currently we're all kind of floating around Mai Sakurai, so Mai Sakurai will be the decider of it all.
Wait, what was Kazuna's match? Did you say Kazuna Mirai?
Mirai,
Yeah, she ain't winning that. So that's
yeah.
Mirai as well.
So you go into the last day then with Mirai, Mai, and Aono as like the top 3.
Yes,
But I guess Nozaki
and
as well. She'd be the wild card, but
also true. Yeah,
it'd be difficult for
that's
her
what.
to go through then on with the tiebreakers. So
Well, no, because Nozaki ends with 9. Miku would also end on 9, but Miku beat her. Yeah, that would be difficult.
yeah, like
Miku doesn't end on 9.
Nozaki doesn't have a good result over anybody in that top 3. So
Yeah. Wait, no,
okay,
she has a good result against Mirai, but not
oh,
Miku and Mai
wait, she beat
Sakurai.
Mirai?
It was
I
the
thought
actual.
they.
Yeah, she count out. She won by count.
Oh right, I thought it was a draw for some reason. Okay,
No, close. But
yeah.
so yeah, so I think a Nozaki. The only way Nozaki goes through is if like Miku is out by the final day, which is not happening. Um, like if she beats I don't know, but that's not happening. So yeah, doesn't really matter. Top 3 are the top 3 are going to be the top 3, and that's where
Okay,
we'll pick up next week.
that's good. Now we
Well, kind of.
do.
Wait, no. Oh fuck, we're fucked, ain't we?
Bye.
Uh, is what day is? Oh wait, never mind. Because I was gonna say, isn't the show on like Wednesday?
No, it's
But
Sunday.
no, that's the Stardom show, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Something's like a conflict for us. That's like kind of fucky wucky.
Tomorrow, next week's Stardom Corkin.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Speaking of Stardom, they didn't run this past week, but they do have 2 shows coming up. The first one is a pay-per-view in the Yokohama Budokan. This is called Stardom to the World, which is a nice little name. Let's see, I'm going to pull up the full card here whenever it decides to.
Beautiful weather
Okay.
we're having.
So we open with Emma Mishima versus Rina. At least I think that's Rina.
Oh shit, they don't have it on the schedule. God damn it.
Yeah, it is Rina. So Rina's going to win. You probably open
Yeah.
the show with a good match.
Oh, that's a
Rina win.
rematch of Rina getting hurt.
Ah, yes, that's true. A lot of rematches for her this week. We then go into Hanako and Wakasuyama versus Aya Sakura and Kikyo Furusawa. That would be a win for Hanako and Waka over one of their challengers.
Yep.
Mei Sarah and Dark Silhouette take on Yuna Mizumori and Sayaka Kurara. I mean, either Yuna pins Mei or Mei pins Yuna. That's kind of how they do this.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Rin Yamashita, Tsuke Aoki, and Bozilla take on Momo Watanabe, Konami, and Azusa Inaba. I think there's a chance that the Mi Vida Loca crew wins because Hate are challenging for the artist belts, and if they lose, the Bozilla and the other 2 can be like, "Hey, we deserve a shot."
Potentially. Wait, who else is on? Who's
It's
the last
Bozilla,
person?
Aoki, and Rin Yamashita.
No.
This is
Who's the last
Momo,
person on?
Konami, and Azusa.
Azusa. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Brazil can beat Azusa. I recognize most people's like names in Japanese, but I did not recognize Azusa's. So
That's fair.
that's what I was wondering. But yeah,
Um,
I could see them over Azusa to kind of be like, hey,
okay. The next one is Hanan, Saida, Momokogo, and Yuria Hime taking on Saki Kashima, Hina, Rane Agami, and Kyoka Kotatsu, who I think we all forgot was a
she's
thing.
returned.
That's just a match. I guess it's Yuria's first in Stars as a pay per view, but I don't know if that's official. She officially joined.
Oh, she did officially join. This is
Yeah,
her first
four on
this is
four.
the first time that Stars is all together since she joined.
Ah, yeah, I see they updated the roster page. Yes, so because Kikyo is teaming with Cosmic Angels, and I wasn't sure if she had joined, kind of unbeknownst to us, but it doesn't look like it. So, all right, okay. Let's see. Let's go back. Hazuki Koguma. Oh, sorry. Hazuki and Koguma take on Azumi and Miyu Amasaki, Yatsupo and Soriano, and Amisori and Lady C. Seems like an unofficial goddess number one contenders match, surely. You four
If only.
tag teams. Maybe
I think they
Amisori and
should
Lady
do a
C
two
win.
line.
Yeah, O2
I think
line or Lady C and
I think
Ami.
Ami and Lady C is going to be like do BMI have a V1 lined up?
No, not yet.
Then I think yeah, O2 line wins here. I think Ami and Lady C are going to be a bigger threat because they like Ami a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Tag League,
yeah.
maybe.
Well, they like Azumi a lot too, but she has a belt.
Yeah, that's true. Natsuko Tora takes on Mayumi Ozaki.
Crazy choice.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, this definitely won't have a finish. Like, there's a 0% chance that has a clean finish. Probably just do some crap and then set up the return match for Oz.
Yeah, that's what they should do.
Yeah. Sari defends the IWGP Women's Championship against Suzu Suzuki. That's going to be a very good match. Sari is, of
Yeah.
course, going to retain.
Yep. Maybe. Who knows?
I don't think so. I don't think there's
Seems like
any.
she's ruffling feathers. Maybe they'll just be like, "Fuck it, Suzu, take it. We don't want her here no more."
No, I don't. I think
Dude, we didn't even talk about it last week that Sari got the cover over Momo, which was bullshit. I will gladly say that.
Yeah, but
But
then they did a
then
5-star
then they
special.
got they got Momo on the cover twice in a row.
Wow.
Which is just crazy. Like that doesn't happen.
Stardom
They have
pulled the
her
torch
sitting
with
in a
one.
field. There isn't. Yeah, I was gonna say she didn't even have a match this week. It's not even like, oh, she won a tag match, but she's a big deal right now. They had her fucking doing a squat in the field, and they were like, yeah, Momo, sorry you didn't get the main cover last week. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, maybe Suzu just wins it. Doubtful, but we'll
Okay.
see.
Starlight Kid defends the Wonder of Stardom Championship against Tomoka Inaba. It's going to be a great match, but
Yep.
Kid is going to retain.
Yep.
And then the World of Stardom Championship is on the line. Sai Kamatani defends against B Priestley. And I've never seen anybody less likely to win the belt than B
Well, I
Priestley.
said that when she challenged Kagetsu.
Yeah, but that was Rossi. Rossi ain't here no more. So I think Kamatani retains. I don't know if they do an angle after because B needs a home. So I don't know if she's gonna get like attacked or like they're gonna fake adding her back in and then kicking her out or something.
I think. Oh, what if they do like cinema and they have Momo go to hit her and then like be like hesitant about it?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, they might do that because they're gonna start building that Momo Saya feud. So yeah,
I'm looking at it. What day? I'm trying to see. Sorry. Um, I'm ill prepared. The oh damn. Wait, there's the next pay-per-view ain't until November.
yeah, they have a long break.
Crimson Nightmare. Yeah, no, I don't think they build anything here. Then
Okay.
I don't think they do anything. I think Sai just wins.
Oh, okay. Um, that's that show. And then next Wednesday, they have a Stardom Nighter in Korakuen Hall. That's on the 10th, and we're gonna preview it because we have the full card, so we might as well. You're probably going to be interested in the pre-show match because Hazuki takes on Akira and Emma Maishima. So she's gonna get to beat up some kids.
I actually think Akira might win that because Suzuki is prone to just being on the outside, being like, "Wait, what happened?" and then
Yeah,
losing in the
that is true.
like they like doing that. So Hazuki obviously probably will win, but I wouldn't
Yeah.
even be surprised.
The actual show opens with Waka Tsukiyama, Hanako, and Rian taking on Aya Sakura, Sayaka Kara, and Kikyo Furusawa, and that will be a reverse for whoever loses on the pay-per-view. Maybe Kikyo
Yep.
asks to join Cosmic Angels. Not sure.
That'd be crazy.
Um,
I guess if she's wanting to be Nana, I guess it works there. Her hanging out with the goody two shoes.
Yeah. Saki Kashima, Amisori, Lady C, and Kiyoka take on Suzu Suzuki, Rini Yamashita, Atsuki Aoki, and Bozilla. They got the full squad. They finally managed to get the full Vita Loca squad around. They're probably going to win. You can have them pin Kiyoka or Saki.
Yeah, definitely.
Very interesting match. Natsupo and Sayori Ano take on Rani Agami and Tomoka Inaba.
Okay.
I mean, I guess it's a tag league preview. You're probably going to pair up
Maybe.
Tomoka with Rana again, but yeah, very random. Cosmic Angels will likely win and pin Rana.
Yeah, I could see it.
The future of Stardom Championship.
Yeah, I don't. That's going to happen. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. The future of Stardom Championship is on the line when Hina challenges Yuria Hime.
Nope,
No, she
other way
defends
around.
against Yuria Hime, yes. Yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be a Hina retention. The
Yes.
obvious attention. Gosh, I'm saying such similar words. The obvious focus is going to be on kind of Yuria's performance against the dominant champion. So,
Yeah, no title grab here yet.
not yet. Hanan, Saida, Momokogo, and B Priestley take on Sayaka Mitani, Natsuko Tora, Momo Watanabe, and Azusa Inaba. They're so doing an angle with B. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, here, yeah.
Yeah. Dark Silhouette defends the CMLL Japan Women's Championship against Koguma. Let's hope Koguma wins. I think it'd be cool to see her go over to CMLL. I don't know if
Yeah,
the champion actually goes to Mexico with this belt, but she should anyway.
I just think it would be cool to see Kokomo with a singles belt. I just think that'd be kind of
It's
funny.
true.
It's been a
Very
while.
true.
It's like 10 years, in fact.
We have a high speed championship match. May Sarah defends against Yuna Mizumori. That might be a change. They've
I wouldn't be
waited on the
surprised if it was
Yuna
a
challenge for a long time, so I think
Yeah,
she could
I think
definitely have
Yuna
a
probably does win it, and then May does nothing, but moves up technically.
yeah. Okay. And then we have the Artists of Stardom Championship match. This was a match that was booked for before the GP, and they had to redo it because Rina got injured. It is Starlight Kid, Azumi, and Miyu Masaki defending against Konami, Rina, and Fukigen Death. I do think Neo Genesis retains just because you'll probably have them drop to Mi Vida Loca.
That would
You
make
can have that.
sense.
You
Yeah.
can have that Bozilla squad challenge. Now maybe that changes because Bozilla got really popular with the Forbidden Door performance. So somebody might
Yes, they
come
did.
calling for Bozilla sooner rather than later. But if not,
Maybe she
you can
has
at
like
least
a,
get an
a
Artist match.
contract, like an actual contract this time. Unlike
That has not stopped
Stephanie.
AEW specifically, so
That's
I'm
true.
not sure.
We'll see.
But we'll have to wait and see until this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's it for Stardom. One of the
it is indeed.
lighter weeks we've had in a
I
while.
mean, it's possible that like all hell breaks loose, or it's possible that literally nothing happens because, like we said, the next pay per view isn't for God knows how long, like 2 months, right? It's at the
Yeah,
end of
November.
and
They're
or
probably gonna
yeah,
do. They're doing
no, it's
tag
gonna be in
league, aren't
November.
they? Not tag
They're
league.
doing Tag League after.
What?
Tag League is like in December.
How on? What are they doing in October? That's absurd.
Uh,
Let's see. What's the schedule?
nothing.
Oh yeah, October is when they're running a bunch of New Bloods. They're running 3
Yeah.
New Bloods and 2 Corkins. So they're going to set stuff up for Corkin, which is maybe where you do the artist matches and the tags, like we were kind of saying. You can get away with O2 Lion versus BMI on that Corkin in October.
Or no, okay,
Um,
so Crimson Nightmare is on the 3rd of November, and then Tag League starts. the week after.
Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, they have two
Yeah, no.
Korakuens in October. They'll spread out some stuff. They do kind of run something on those, so you probably will get RS matches set up and a tag title
I
defense.
could have swore that Tag League ended in December, but I guess that's not what I'm seeing. So
I don't know.
but
It'll
yeah,
be interesting to see kind of how things go.
Yeah.
Because the schedule is getting very like they're doing a lot of smaller tour shows, so they might really just take the foot off the gas a little bit. But we'll have to wait and see on that. Yeah, I don't know what to say. It's weird not having anything from Stardom to discuss, but that's really all that they're doing. I'm sure we'll obviously be back to review the pay per view next week, and we'll review kind of the Marigold stuff, and we're gonna have to preview the final of the Dreamstar, which is very fun. Yeah, until then, it's time to close the show. Unless you have any closing remarks, unless you want to pontificate.
Actually, I don't really.
Wow.
That White House live stream was supposed to start 47 minutes ago, and it hasn't.
Yeah, they're blue balling us.
So yeah, everybody's like, everybody's saying they're trying to weekend at Bernie's him. But yeah, Molly, shut up. Yeah, I gotta use the bathroom. My dog's barking. I think
Okay.
I'm ready to take it home.
All
Also,
right.
it turns out I'm much like Mayu Iwatani that I can't get our outro right. So like, I don't feel as bad.
I don't think you're that bad.
Eh.
Okay. Well, if you want to stand, you may stand. If you want to sit, you may sit. Believe today, shine tomorrow. You decide what you believe in.
Shine forever. Stardom Quest Goto. Ijo. Passion.
And Ijo.
Ijo.